Hey there, it's Kay. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Kay. I'm a professional home organizer and soprano here in the Boston area, and I am here to inspire you to live a more organized life. One of the most common questions I get from you all in the comment section and live streams whenever we're live is how on earth do I get started organizing? I made a video a while back on how to get your mind right before organizing your home. There are a number of, I think, mental hurdles you need to get past in order to get to the first couple organizing steps. But today we're going to go past that and get to the actual physical first steps of organizing. I know it can be really overwhelming to walk past a room that is just where you've thrown stuff that doesn't have a home, or some basement where there's just a lot of stuff that you've just put there and you just don't know where to start. So today I'm going to give you some practical tips on how to actually make progress. The first thing is actually not a physical step, but it's a really important step even before you touch anything, is to ask yourself why you're going to get organized, and make sure you have some inspiration on what you want your space to look like after the fact. When I was taking intake forms for organizing clients, the one thing I would ask them is what the problem is whenever they would ask about particular spaces in their homes. And after I arrived in the home, I would ask the same question. Sometimes I want to get it organized is not enough information. If there's a problem, like you can't find items, or items don't have homes, or you are stepping on items, that those are problems you can solve. So make sure you ask yourself why you want to get organized and what the problems are before you even start. A really good first physical step before you do anything, before you declutter, before you buy organizing products, all that stuff, is to find things that are trash or recycling, or that you definitely know must leave your home or can be put away, and deal with those items first. Now, let's say you walk into a room and it's got a lot of stuff in it. It's just where you've thrown things over the years that didn't have homes. I've seen plenty of homes that have this room. I guarantee you there are items there that are either garbage, you've forgotten about to take them out to recycling, or there's something that you forgot to give back to somebody. Deal with those items first before you deal with any other of your other possessions, and it will be much easier. I guarantee you, you'll get rid of some of the clutter, if not probably like a good 30% of it. It's probably just like old receipts or envelopes or things like that. Deal with that stuff first. That is a good first step. And it's a good first step because you don't have to make really any decisions. I find that making decisions is the most difficult part of decluttering and organizing. So giving yourself carte blanche to go in and get rid of all the trash, that's the only decision you have to make, is a good first step, because small wins are the key to organizing. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. Now, if you're overwhelmed by the amount of spaces in your home, amount of things in your home, you are not alone. There's so many people with the same sentiment. Even sometimes when I walk into spaces to organize, I walk in and that initial happens to me too. So it's not just you, you're not alone. The first thing you can do is set realistic goals for yourself. When you see a big closet and it's just chocked full to the brim of stuff, you're probably not going to be able to tackle that in one day, because maybe your organizing threshold or maybe your organizing stamina isn't enough to do that all in one day. If you see your disorganized closet packed to the brim, the first thing you can do is do a small corner and just be happy with that. You may need to stretch this task out to 10 days, 2 weeks, but the point is to set realistic goals for yourself. A team of professional organizers can come in and probably complete that task in an hour or two, but you may not have that kind of stamina for organizing. It really gets tiring for a lot of people. You have to make all kinds of decisions. So set realistic goals for yourself. Do it in small chunks, and then you can get a small victory. Small victories are really the key. Number one, it sets you up for success by giving you good momentum. You had a victory. Number two, that victory gives your brain a little dopamine to keep you going. So you're like, oh my gosh, I like cleared that shelf. I am so good to go. And then you're motivated to come back and do the same thing tomorrow in another small chunk. Maybe you can handle it in 5 minutes, maybe you can handle it in 10 minutes, and that's all. The big picture is important too when you're starting to organize your entire home, but you have to celebrate the small wins. Organizing is a process. It is not something magical that happens overnight. It is a process, so allow yourself a journey. The next thing you can do is start opening your mail and your packages right now, like today. I know that it's very common for me to come in to a client's home and to see unopened Amazon boxes, unopened mail, bills that haven't been dealt with. Make sure when you decide to get organized, you need to stop that right now. So that's the one habit you need to rectify right away when you decide to get organized, because the reason you need to stop that right away is because packages and mail, they don't stop. They keep coming. So that is the one habit I need you to nip in the bud right away, is to start opening your mail and start opening your packages and putting the items you ordered away right now, and stop letting that stuff pile up, because dealing with mail that you haven't opened is a very tedious process. Because of the personal identifying information in a lot of mail, your address, your email address, phone number, social security number, your medical insurance number, all that in there, it can't all just be chucked in the garbage. Some of it needs to be shredded, some of it just needs to be dealt with or filed. So it's very tedious. So do your future self a favor by changing your present self right now and start opening your packages and dealing with your mail today. Not tomorrow, right now, today. The last step I have is to have a donation plan in place before you start organizing at all. Go to your local donation center, have someone come if that's what you want to do. That's a really great step for people who need help decluttering, because there's some motivation, because there's a date and a place and a time where someone's going to come and grab your stuff and take it away. Have a donation plan in mind before you even start, because then you'll have your little box that says donate next to your room or whatever you're planning to do. You'll have one that says keep, you'll have one that says toss, and make that a definite plan before you even walk into the room to start to organize. Because if you don't have that plan in place, you're gonna pick up an item and say, well, I don't need this, I'm gonna give it away, but then you're not gonna know what to do with it after, and you might end up keeping it around. So make sure you have a plan in place. Actually get those donations out the door when you decide to give them away. So give yourself a time limit, maybe a week or so. Even put it in your car, so on the way home from work you can stop by the donation center, or you can give it away on Facebook. Facebook Buy Nothing groups are one of my favorite things ever, because someone just comes by and takes the item. You can just like say it's on the street somewhere. It's really, really great, because I actually like those better, because you know the items will definitely be used. So those are my practical tips on how to actually get started to organize your home. But my last tip is to not wait for motivation. I am personally never motivated to do much of anything. I just do things because either they need to be done, or because the end results are better than what I've got going on right now. And even if I don't have enough energy, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little something. A little bit done is better than nothing. So if you wait for motivation to get organized, it's never going to come. You're never gonna feel motivated. You just gotta get up off your butt and do a little something right now. All right, so I hope you found this inspiring, and let me know what the area in your home that you're having trouble even getting started in is. Let me know which room. Is it your closet? Is it your kitchen counter? What is it? I am very curious. All right, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more organizing, home, and very cute Clover James Cavalier footage. I don't know. All right, take care of yourselves and those around you. Bye.
Now that you're ready to get organized, check out my video on how to declutter to figure out how to make those hard decisions. Thanks for watching.